Okay, so we're talking about our evaluation of our financial plan for our career booklets here. I've got Macaulay Barnes, Jacob Potts, Cashem Cooper and Alfie Haven, who are second years. So they provided us with a financial plan, which I'm just going to zoom into here. Start making everyone dizzy. Okay, so basically a plan of what they will be spending over the year. So I'm just going to ask them a few questions about how they've got on with that. So Macca, do you feel like you've kind of stuck to that plan throughout the year?
Yeah, the things that I actually wrote down on the plan were quite accurate, and like the expenses that I was spending and like what I was earning was accurate. Although like I didn't take in some things into consideration, such as like my car, driving lessons and stuff like that. So I didn't really like from that side it didn't really work, but the rest of the stuff that I was.
Did anybody else experience that at all? The fact that there might have been a few more expenditures coming in that you didn't really plan for or expect? Did anybody experience that?
I don't know, I guess it's just... No, I think mine was pretty accurate, is it? Mine was all
okay.
Not too bad, yeah.
Alfie, anything come in that you weren't expecting?
No, mine was sort of alright. It was all the basics covered, and just that maybe I could have had a little bit more for like certain things like recreation time and stuff like that.
Okay, so sometimes you actually spend a bit more on going out somewhere, cinema, that kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, Jake, anything for you that kind of blindsided you a little bit?
Some like boxing equipment.
Okay.
Because I had to buy new boots and new gloves at one time.
Okay.
So it's kind of a big lump instead of a small.
So what does that cost you? 150 quid?
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so that obviously whacks into your, essentially your profit and loss really, your income and outcomes. So Macca, so what did you actually do to accommodate for the fact that you had to spend more money?
Well, I tried to because I still had money. Like I wasn't like every month I didn't have no money because I spent it all. I still had like lumps of money, so I just made sure that I saved that money up. And also my dad helped me out with a little bit of money, and I'd done a bit extra work for him and stuff like that, so that I could pay him back that money. So
okay.
Ended up being able to afford it all.
Right. So some of us experienced a bit of a unexpected amount of money that we had to pay and we had to accommodate for it and be a bit more flexible. Is there anything that we would have done differently in terms of our plans, guys?
I think that I may have actually used like fact sheets such as like a P60 so that I knew exactly how much I was earning instead of just having like a rough guess. I knew exactly what I was taking in each month and how much a year, stuff like that. So. Okay. Anyone else? We've done anything slightly different?
Just so you could be like that little bit more accurate. So during the rough amounts, the difference is the little things do add up. So I mean, it's just should have been more accurate, I think, with the plans.
Okay. So with this in mind, if I was to ask you guys to rewrite this plan for the year coming, what things would you change?
For me, it would probably be like the summer, like when you're working in the summer, maybe. Plan that because I didn't actually do that because I didn't know if I was going to do that or not.
Okay.
But, I did in the end. Started working in the summer.
Okay. So you actually got a job to offset some of these expenditures that you maybe didn't expect. Like the boots and gloves for yourself.
Equipment and stuff.
Equipment and stuff like that. Obviously, the more you train, the more you're going to go through these things. Yeah. Okay, great. So looking at it, for you, Cashen, so looking at if I was asked you to do it again. What kind of major differences would you make for the year coming?
Well, I worked in the summer as well, so I would have tried to plan things like that, but I would try and include things like Christmas and birthdays now, which I didn't account for, because you can only do like a rough guess, because you don't know what what you're going to get or things like that. So I don't know, I try and take that into more consideration. Okay,
so what months have you said, right, I'm going to make sure I put some money aside then for things like Christmas and birthdays of other people?
Yeah, no, so like... Well, I've talked about in February here. It was my birthday, so I got I planned for about extra 200, but to roughly to get in. But then obviously I had to pay other things such as like the rent, travel, food. So altogether it come to about 640, I think. But obviously, I had a bit of money coming in as well, like £740. Yeah.
Okay.
So I had a bit of money left over from the birthday as well, but I don't know, it went quite. It was quite good, like my estimation.
Okay. So you guys are all 17. Apart from Alfie, I think you're 18, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you guys are all 17. Is that right? Okay. So are any of you thinking about starting driving this year?
Yeah, I am, hopefully.
Okay. So you're hoping to start. Any rest of you guys going to start driving soon?
Well, yeah, I already started mine. Like I said last time, I already bought the car and like I've already passed my test and that. So
Well, oh, you have passed your test.
yeah, I've already
Okay.
passed my test. But like, I had to make a decision whether to bring my car over to Brighton and that because I couldn't afford petrol
Okay.
at the time. So I'm getting funding from the college for travel for bus, but I decided to leave my car on the island because I knew that we would be able to
Okay.
afford
So
it.
when you graduate next year,
Yeah.
you'll be driving a lot more, I'm assuming.
Yeah, obviously I'll be on the
Okay.
island or take up to university.
Right, great. So let's talk about plans then. So start with you, Alfie. So what are your plans for next year?
My plans like is sort of like getting a car, so I can like drive, like if I get a job or whatever.
What about professionally? Have you got your eye on a certain job or university, anything like that?
I'm not sure about university. I'm just sort of thinking about just getting a job straight away.
Okay.
Like sports or something like that.
Okay, sure. Cash?
Yeah, no, I was looking at going into university to go for like either sports psychology or like physiotherapy.
Okay.
So it is sports dependent, but where I'd go to university, I'm not 100% sure yet.
Okay.
I've looked at other places such as like Birmingham and that, so it is like there is that little bit of distance because I'm pretty overweight, so there is that bit of distance. So I'd have to look at whether it'd be cheaper for me to get a car, like doing my tests and everything like that, or to
Okay.
just like go for buses and everything like that. So for here, I did look at driving, but it worked out to be more expensive for the car and everything like that than to just pay my £11 a week for like a bus to get everywhere like that. So I have to sort of work it out like closer to the time, I guess, to sort of when I
Okay.
decide for the university.
Sure. Okay, and obviously there's things like tuition fees and course
so
fees,
I
etc.
can get a loan and everything like that.
Okay. So have you started looking into that yet in terms of what funding is available for universities?
Little bits, but not fully, because I still need to decide on like there's a lot like the course I want to do, and like I said, like psychology or physiotherapy. So it all depends on each course and each university. So it's hard.
Okay,
But yeah.
sure. So start looking at prospectuses now. Okay, UCAS, etc. And speaking to Lizzie Pizzy, our student support officer. Okay. Jake, what about you?
I might go to work for my dad for a little while to like save a bit of money, and then I can afford the whole car there or insurance, and then it'd be more. So when I can drive, it would open up to a bigger range of say jobs or something like. So say if it was like an hour's travel every day, I'd rather drive than get a train every day. It makes it all a bit easier for
Yeah, of
dad
course,
giving
yeah.
me a lift and everything. So
Be a bit more self-sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. And Mecca?
I think after this year, I'm not too sure yet, but I might either take a gap year out and do some stuff such as like travelling and stuff, which I'll have to take into consideration, like how much that will cost and that.
Yep.
And then after that year out of me travelling and working, I think I want to go to university after that year. So obviously I'll have to take into consideration like how much money I've got coming back from travelling to go to university. So
Okay.
working in the summers to make sure I've got enough money and stuff like that.
Okay, so Mecca and Cash thinking about university, so obviously come and speak to me about that.
Yeah.
Some advice for you on that one. Okay, so so it looks like for the whole process, we've talked about the income and the outcome, the expenditures, and we've come up with effective ways of managing that and planning ahead. So I think it's been a bit of an eye-opener for you, especially this year coming up to be a bit more of a pivotal moment in your careers. Okay, so professionally and potentially boxing as well. So it's good to have that knowledge of how to actually save and prepare for the future. Okay, well done, lads.